explain to me why certain ones were easier than the other. Okay, Tony?
3 and 4 were easier because 1 and 2, like you do 30 and 30, it's 900, and 2 is 400. Yeah, and 3 is kind of the same answer but with 900.
Okay, so you got 1 and 3 were easy?
Yeah.
And 2 and 4 were technically easy too, but I had to work 2 out.
Okay, did you have to work 4 out?
No.
I didn't. Okay, you shouldn't have to work 1 and 3 out at this point, because we've been talking about it. And if I've got 20 times 20, I should just get to ignore my zeros and say, what's 2 times 2? 4, and then add my zeros back on. Okay, so if you haven't quite figured that out yet, you might want to make sure you're paying attention. Okay, and 30 squared, which is 30 times 30. Again, same thing, ignore my zeros, 30 times 3 is, and add on my 2 zeros. So these two shouldn't have taken any kind of difficult multiplication. 25 may or may not have been easy for some of you, just depending on how far you know your multiples. How many of you had to write it out? Okay, I would say I probably would have too. What about 35 squared? Did you have to write that one out? Okay. How many of you just didn't do it because you figured I'd give you the answers?
Nope. No.
Just curious.
No, I'm just kidding. I did it, but I didn't. Oh, I worked it out. Never mind.
Okay.
Kind of.
What did you get when you multiplied 25 times 25?
1200.
625.
I mean, I got 7. 7.
Okay. Again, this is going back to that multiplication issue. If you're not getting 625, you're not doing something right. You've got to make sure you line things up and multiply correctly. This is what your line should look like. Did something go wrong on yours? Okay? If you're seeing that same mistake day after day after day after day, you need to be working on some multiplication. Please don't do that. So what did you get when you multiplied 35 times 30?